Okay, people, so pack a lunch. But really, there weren't many decision fights. So maybe just pack a snack, right? Just pack a snack. Now, our first fight, right, that we're going to Mudaerji against Mitch Raposo. Now, with this fight, there was a lot of feeling out in that first few minutes of the fight. Feeling out, there's a little tentativeness going on. But then Mitch comes forward, shoots forward with a combo. You know what I mean? Gets a takedown. Mudaerji able to get up. But Mitch does stay on it, holding him against the fence in a clinch. Not doing a whole lot though. Right? Not doing a whole lot. So, other than the combo, Mudaerji is the one probably landing the most. But I still kind of feel probably Raposo takes that round. What was crazy, though, was after that, Mitch just looked kind of lost. Right? He had, obviously, Mudaerji had a bigger reach. He was bigger. And it looked like Mitch wasn't sure how to get inside. Right? He's moving a lot, but not throwing. Right? Not doing anything of note to impose himself on the fight, right? To make Mudaerji go, oh, I need to watch out for this cat. That was the big thing. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, Mudaerji, he's landing shots, a lot, just chopping the legs, right? Chopping the legs, front kicks. He's just putting it on Mitch, doing a really good job, right? And it's not, not a big surprise. He's an alpha male, right? So, there was a big wrestling base in that camp, and when Mitch is trying to get takedowns, Mudaerji can stop those and just easily get back up. So yeah, Mudaerji kind of controlled the next two rounds. So it was a big, kind of shock to hear one judge gave the fight to Mitch, right? And, right, because his corner is telling him, yo, stick to the plan. Trust us. Stick to the plan. Come on, Mitch. Keep it. You need to do. They're telling him this every round. But at the end of the fight, the look on his face was just like, oh, I thought I won. And you're just like, how did you have that thought, man? That's craziness. But the other two judges did give it to Mudaerji 29-28, which is fair. Because as I said, I think Mitch probably took that first round. You know what I mean? So that was very fair, right? So then we go to the women's strawweight clash between Xiaonan and Virna Jandiroba. Oh my gosh, right? At the very beginning, Jandiroba goes for a takedown and Xiaonan stops it, right? She stops that takedown. But as this fight went on, Jandiroba is able to just impose her will. Right? Impose her will. And takedowns come a lot easier. A lot easier. And she's just controlling. She gets an armbar I think it was at the end of every fucking round. Right? But just not enough time. I think at the end of the first, she doesn't get it extended. But she's kind of, got it locked, and all she does, if she can extend the end of the second and the third, she does extend it, but not enough time. Not enough time. But her ground game was great. Was great. You know, you do think maybe, right, land more shots, right? More ground and pound. But here, Jandiroba really did dominate, right? So it's not surprising she won 30-27. And you just think, man, like, it could be really interesting to see her against, you know, Wiley. Oh my God, how can I not pronounce the champ's name? But yeah, like, I think she do a good job, right? But you think, who next? What do they do next? Do you just give her a title shot? Or do you know, is there a contender fight? I don't know. But Jandiroba did look fucking fantastic. Really looked fantastic, people. And then, right, we have the fight, right? The featured bout. Was it the featured bout? I think, yeah. Because, I don't know, on my, like, I had the fights. Yes, it was a featured bout. Because I had, originally, I think they were the other way around, right? The Jean Silva, Bryce Mitchell was after, but then it got flipped, right? So our featured fight was Yair Rodríguez against Patrício Pitbull. Which, you know, I think it's Patrício Ferreira is his actual name. But Pitbull does sound better. You know what I mean? It sounds like, yo, he's a fighter. And, you know, he's been Bellator champ. I think he was Risen champ, you know? When they had the big, like, New Year's clash. And he's been multiple times Bellator champ, right? He is a top fighter. You know, ground game, strikes, he's got it all. He's 38. 38. And, you know, you kind of think, okay, how will he do coming over to UFC? But he's fought in these huge stadiums in Japan. Right? He's fought headline cards for Bellator numerous times. So you think he should be fine making that transition. You know, dealing with the show. But he looked hesitant out there. He looked very hesitant. And also it looked like he was just wanting to throw the big shot. Right? And there was, I don't know if you say he was worried or anything like that, but it looked like he was very conscious of maybe trying to put on a show, right? Wanting a big highlight reel finish. So he is loading up, right? Trying to connect, which means Rodríguez is able to just, man, I don't even know how many kicks Yair landed in this fight. It was ridiculous, right? Body kicks, leg kicks, head kicks. He's throwing all manner of kick, right? And it's just that beautiful body head, right? Leg, body, but just mixing it up so well, really good movement. And when Pitbull did land, Rodríguez is kind of rolling with the shot, right? So nothing is, and then he hurt Pitbull, right? He hurts Pitbull, and in the last round, and just unloading with shots. And watching this fight, right? If it was the same, if it was the same judge as, you know, the E. Woodson. I think that fight's getting stopped, right? I think that fight's getting stopped. So this was a really good performance from Rodríguez, right? He broke the skid, you know, last two, but really this, and it's funny, it's like Chase Hooper, right? It's like Paddy Pimblett. Yair Rodríguez, you could see he's put on more muscle, right? He's done a lot of work in refining his game, right? I think a lot of young fighters, and not even young fighters, right? There's a lot of fighters can look at, this card and look at, Yair Rodríguez, Chase Hooper, Paddy Pimblett, especially, and go, oh my God, these fighters have done, and I'd say Michael Olajaychek as well, right? That they have really done a lot of work to shore up any deficiencies. You know what I mean? To really iron out all the wrinkles in their game, because we've seen them just take that next level, right? And it is, boom, it's an incredible thing to see. But Yair Rodríguez put on a show, basically shut out, right? Shut out Pitbull. At no point in this fight did Pitbull look like he could win. No point. Yair had complete control. I think he jumped guard at one point, right? He got takedowns. Right? Yair showed just a complete game. A complete game. And he's made a statement, right? Made a statement. Says he wants the winner of the, main event, or even the loser of the main event, right? To get him to that next point. And, this display, man, yeah. Like, actually, I think he wanted the title at UFC Mexico, right? Not UFC. I don't know if he's getting a title shot, right? Because, we got Mozart Evelev, who definitely deserves a shot, but Yair definitely throws his name in the hat. You know what I mean? But yeah, there we go. These fights went the distance, but boy, there's some good fights. Some good fucking fights, people.